Is it worth getting the iPhone 16e? Probably not. And I want to break down the reason why you probably won't want to get an iPhone 16e. So let's first take a look at some of the specification and comparison between the iPhone 16e and the regular iPhone 16. And you're going to see, I'm going to use this Mac Rumors comparison guide. The iPhone 16e looks almost exactly like an iPhone 14. It has the notch, no dynamic island. Both had the same display size. The iPhone 16e on one hand only had 800 nits for the max brightness compared to the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus. You get 1,000 nits. And other things, there's only a glass back. The 16 have like a color infused glass black. And then there's only two colors, white and black, whereas the iPhone 16 have white, black, ultramarine, teal, and pink. You're going to notice that the iPhone 16e only has one camera that has a 1x or 2x optical zoom. And the iPhone 16, on the other hand, has two cameras. One is the ultra wide, and you get more zoom functionality for the ultra wide, 1x, and then 2x optical zoom. And also, the optical image stabilization is a lot better on the iPhone 16. So definitely on the iPhone 16 side, the camera is much better than the iPhone 16e. Now, when it comes to the processor, they both using the A18 chip, but the iPhone 16e has one less GPU core. I think one of the biggest trade-offs, since I review a lot of cell phone plans, is that the iPhone 16e is not using any Qualcomm Snapdragon modem processors. Instead, they are using their own C1 modem. So this is like their first generation, their own version of their own 5G modem. And it really reminds me of the first time they were using a different modem besides Qualcomm, which was Intel, which is basically they bought Intel's modems, and then this is what they've been trying to create. So this is very like their first attempt at making their own modems. So what you're going to notice is that you're going to have 5G support, but only on the sub 6 gigahertz band. So mid band, basically. You're not going to get millimeter wave. Now, why is that important? Well, millimeter wave will give you, if you're connected to like an ultra wide capacity tower, you're going to possibly even get crazy speeds, like even up to like 1 gigabits per second. Most people are probably going to be connected to mid-band 5G, but it's good to have that millimeter wave capability if you need it. And on the iPhone 16, you get that millimeter wave band, whereas on the iPhone 16e, you don't. And also when it comes to Wi-Fi connectivity, the iPhone 16 has Wi-Fi 7, and the iPhone 16e only has Wi-Fi 6. Oh yeah, and also the iPhone 16 also have ultra wideband chip for precision finding. Now this is important if, let's say for example, you are using AirTag. They have something called like precision finding. So if you lose something, there's like this cool little precision finding feature on the AirTag. You can use your phone to like precisely find it rather than just being a little dot on the map. It like kind of points you directions to where your AirTag is. On the iPhone 16e, it doesn't have that ultra wideband chip, so that's why you can't use precision finding, which is very unfortunate. It does, however, have longer battery life. They're estimating it's going to be 26-hour battery life compared to the 16. It's like 22, or the 16 Plus have 27. There is no MagSafe charging. It's only Qi wireless charging. It's only up to 7.5 watts. And the starting price for the iPhone 16e, of course, is $599. Let's just call it $600. I think a lot of people were expecting this to be kind of like the replacement for the iPhone SE 2022 model, the iPhone SE 3. And we were hoping that it would stay around the $479, maybe go up to $499 at most. But nope, they totally killed the SE line, replaced this, and started at $599. Now, if you take a look at the 16, it starts at $799. So I think, if you are going to pay full retail on an iPhone and you really want the latest iPhone with possibly the best features, but not pay over 1,000, then I would think that you would rather get the iPhone 16e. Like, it really doesn't make sense if you're paying full retail price to get the 16e. It's just, I think it's overpriced. The design looks old. And one more thing is there's the action button that was first introduced on the 15 Pro, and now the 16 has it. The 16e also has the action button. That might be something that you use often, but as someone who has that button on my iPhone, I rarely use it, to be honest. So there's a lot of things that I just don't like about the iPhone 16e, especially if you're paying full retail price. Now, let's take a look if you order this on Apple. And I'm just going to go through the ordering process. Let's say I'm going to select this color. And again, it starts at $599 for 128 gigabytes of storage. So it now starts at 128 gigabytes, no more 64 gigabytes for their low end phones. And then 256 gigabytes, it's another $100. And I believe 512 is $899. So I'm gonna select a no trade-in. Of course, you could do a trade-in, but I think their trade-in value is it's definitely a lot lower than if you would rather sell your old phone on your own. Now, it's gonna cost, again, every single carrier. You either buy it through the carrier or you can connect to another carrier later on. It's all $599. Now, the only way I see that this phone is remotely worth it is if you could find some sort of deals, either from your carrier, postpaid or prepaid carriers. I have a feeling this phone is going to get discounted, and it's already kind of starting to get discounted. So if, for example, I found this post on Slick Deals, Straight Talk is offering a iPhone 16e for $360, actually $300, and I believe it's that there's also a $300 credit if you stay with them, but you also have to subscribe to their expensive plan. So those are some of the deals I've been seeing for the iPhone 16e right now. A lot of them will want you to either join their plan and you get this phone for free. But I think that's the only thing that will make this iPhone 16e a good deal. If you could find some sort of a discounted price on this, and if you could probably wait even till the holidays, I think this phone will get even more discounts. Just like the iPhone SE 3, when it first came out, it was $479. That phone got discounted so much. Like, now you could probably you can still probably find the iPhone SE 3 on some prepaid carriers. I think they might try to get rid of their inventory. I've seen some of them are still selling for like $150. So you could still go the old iPhone SE 3 route if you still want that phone at a cheaper price. Try to look for that. But overall, I just don't think the iPhone 16e is worth it if you're going to pay full retail price. This is a phone that should not be paid at full price. I just don't think it's worth it. If you are thinking about spending $600, it's better to buy an old iPhone 15 Pro. It has an A17 Pro processor, maybe not as fast as the A18, but it has triple cameras. It has a 120 hertz display. So if you're going to spend that much, maybe go look for an iPhone 15 Pro, to be honest. So those are my thoughts on the iPhone 16e, but I want to know, what do you think? Is it worth getting the iPhone 16e? leave your comments below. And if you want to check out some of my prepaid carrier reviews, you can check out that playlist right here.